Well, okay, here we are after pruning the Sweet 16 tree that we had talked about earlier. Um, if you recall, this tree was about 4 feet high, and I've snipped that back. It's probably it's probably darn near 4 feet high still. I just basically just tipped it to help promote another whirl of branches similar to what we've got here. The other thing that I did with this tree is you'll see right here, I did a bench cut of one branch that was just far too vigorous. It was going to become a second leader, and so I just I cut that off, leaving just a little nub so that another branch could eventually grow out from there. But I just left the other 4 scaffolds alone because I'll be grafting onto those. So those are left intact. So I've done nothing else with this tree except for those 2 cuts. So we're going to give this baby a chance to grow since it grows in the shade all the time. So that's it for that one. And as for the Cortland things were a little bit more interesting. Now this tree, see if I can get a good angle on here. The lighting isn't really ideal either, but this tree was about 6 feet, and I've snipped that back to about 5.5. I just basically tipped it again to promote a whirl of new scaffolds in the upper portion of the tree, because right now it's just a pole sticking up there. So that'll encourage some outward growth there. And you'll see that I've tipped it to a bud that actually it faces the most windward direction, or I should say the wind blows from the southwest, so I made sure the bud was facing southwest because while the new growth is still soft on there, the central leader will have a tendency to just grow straight rather than leaning one way or the other. And it worked really well with last year's growth. Let's see if I can find, here it is. Right here is where she was snipped last year, and it's healing nicely. But you can see that rather than having a zigzag appearance, there's a little bit of that, but it basically grew vertical, you know, for the same kind of reasons. So anyways, I did that. I also thinned out the branches that had been down here. There was, let's see, there was a branch that came out this way, and that was in parallel, I think. No, or did it come? No, it came more this way. But anyways, we didn't need that there, so I snipped that off. We had another branch that was coming off over this way, like this. That was competing with my graft of the fox whelp. So I wanted to eliminate that. So I made these cuts just basically to open this area up a little bit, because it had been rather crowded as far as the branching goes, especially as compared with the other side of the tree, which has like nothing. There is nothing in this whole space over here all the way up the tree. There's just nothing there. So actually I ended up tipping this branch to encourage some side branches, and I did the same thing on this branch. It had been out maybe another 4 inches. It actually stuck out of the fence before by a few inches, so I tipped it, and that will encourage these buds next to it to to start expanding outward. And same thing up here. I tipped this branch right here because there's nothing going on in this whole area. And so tipping this will encourage some of these buds to start growing out and filling in this space that's there. So that was kind of my intent. We'll see how successful I was after a couple of months, but I left most of the other branches alone, again because they are labeled and will be grafted onto with other varieties, so I didn't want to promote a lot of side branching. Geez, I'm talking with my hands here. Didn't want to promote a whole lot of side branching while the buds start swelling and before I had grafted on, because I don't have the scion wood yet. So here's another branch that's sticking way out. That one, I'm not going to graft onto that one, but I'm just going to leave it because I don't want that one to spread all that much. That's going to be one of the main scaffolds. So honestly, I don't really have a whole lot of idea what I'm doing. I'm doing the best I can to try to encourage the growth where I want it to be on this Cortland tree. Yeah. Anyways, we are experiencing very warm weather for the month of March here in Wisconsin. They're saying that the high temperatures are going to be about 15 to 20 degrees higher than normal, which right now it's about 52 degrees while the sun is setting. I don't know if I'm aiming it the right way, but anyways, the sun is setting and it's 52 degrees, and this is March 12th right now. This is unheard of. The worms are crawling out of the ground. The ground is all completely thawed. I have this fear that the buds are going to start swelling up and sprouting leaves and blooms. If the blooms come out, 3 weeks early, like it seems like they may, and then all of a sudden we get a cold snap, I'm a little concerned that could happen. So I guess if that should happen, my trees are small enough that I could cover them up with a tarp or a bag, or even cover up individual branches with Ziplocs or whatever. It might seem kind of hokey, but I don't want my blossoms to get killed this year because I haven't really had any fruiting yet. This will be my 3rd year with these trees, so I'd really like to see some fruiting. So anyways, signing off, just showing the results of the pruning that I had planned. So I guess next up I'll be tackling the Honeycrisp tree, which is a 5-year-old tree. So that one is that's going to be a little bit more complex. But what I can tell you is, this tree is 8 feet high, but it's really, really narrow. I want it to bush out more, so I had this crazy idea of cutting the top back real hard, cutting all these branches off that you see up here, just leave little nubs, and then what if I ringed the tree up here, basically slice into the bark just ever so lightly, maybe not all the way around the trunk or central leader, maybe just 3/4 of the way, but I'm thinking that may inhibit the height of the tree and help the rest of it to bush out more. So that's what we'll be showing on the next video, is some of the ideas I have for how to get this baby to bush out a little bit. So until next time.